Hey, you liberal fruitcakes. I see a lot of you crying over the Department of Education being on the chopping block in the Trump administration. So my first question to you is, why do you care? Because you want to save federal employees' jobs? Or is it because you're concerned that your narrative won't be pushed in education anymore? I'm sorry, but neither of those are good excuses for keeping the federal government involved in education. So let's look at a couple of things. The United States higher education system ranks first worldwide, while K through 12 in the United States ranks 15th to 30th worldwide. And our overall education system, that includes every single metric, ranks between 8th and 13th. And with the United States being one of the largest economic powers in the world, why are we so behind? It's because socialistic policies do not work. This is because you're trying to apply the exact same metric across the board on states that are completely different from each other. The Department of Education spends $70 billion to $80 billion every fiscal year. And I'm sorry, I feel like we're not getting a good ROI on those investments. Now, I understand a lot of you are going to be crying that, there's financial aid for college students. Let's get something straight. You do not need to go to college to be successful, and college is very specific for particular jobs. I know you're saying that college isn't just for the education purposes. It's not just to get you a job. Yes, it is, and we need to start treating it that way. We need to start treating the Department of Education as a business. Education as a business. We are in the business of producing the highest quality people to go into the economic market. Whether that's through trades, skilled labor, through the STEM fields, whatever it might be. This is why there is a push for the education system to be going back to the states. Because as I said before, there's no constitutional requirement for the federal government to be involved in education. The sovereign nature of states should allow them to be able to produce the quality of people they need for their particular state. When you start to scale up, you start to just blanket policy everything, and it doesn't work for everybody. This will allow states to be competitive in the education and financial markets, because each state will be competing to produce the highest quality people to go into the market. And states are far more equipped to actually spend the money where it needs to go. Because a lot of you cried that the federal government isn't spending it on what you want. Well, congratulations. If it goes to a state level, they can spend it how you, the voter, want. So stop your crying and look at the positives, because it puts it back in your hands. Have a good day!